Dale, the options guru here, Think Tank Trading. Thanks for joining my live watch list. So the last time I spoke to you guys, there were a lot of people on social media, stock tweets, Facebook, showing a bunch of great depression charts because of this small pullback we had on the S&P 500. Right here in the Think Tank, we told you guys it was going to make some good dip buying opportunities. So I'm going to show you where things stand in regards to the major indexes and a few plays that we went over and a few potential plays for this week. So looking at the S&P 500, I'm going to jump over to the 1 hour. You can see it a little better. And it has been choppy. I'll give you guys that, right? We've had this big correction right here all the way down to 371. I don't want to say big correction, but you know, it's definitely was choppy all the way down. Rallied, got rejected at the same level, came back down, but what you see is a nice solid trend line developing, okay? Now this trend line held, bounced at this level, pushed up and broke out. Now we broke out all-time high. So the key is going to be, will this new level act as new support? Okay, so we're going to need to hold right around 400. Okay, if 400 doesn't hold, it could come to one of these lower levels. But so far, the market sentiment with the infrastructure bill and all the things that we knew was coming this week, and hopefully you guys got into a lot of these plays, we knew this was coming, and it benefited us greatly. So very briefly, I'm going to go over a few plays that we called out in the YouTube and in the Discord. The first one we're going to look at is ticker symbol SNAP. This is Snapchat. This was on 2 videos ago. You guys seen this really strong support level, 47.60, had its big rally to 73.59, sold all the way off, came all the way back down to the same exact level, man. When you guys see stocks like this come to these major support levels like this, you can even look at it on the daily. Since this rally and this breakout right here, Snapchat has not lost this level one time, all right? Now that is telling. Now a stock could be pulling back and you'd be scared to dip buy something, but look at the levels and you'll see that it's never lost that since its breakout. Now, you have to have some confidence in yourself to buy when it's extremely red. You know, when you're seeing this thing come all the way down right here, you know, it's hard to dip buy those things, but when you look back at history and you see that that level is held every single time, it should instill some confidence in you guys, right? See the bounce right here, here, every single time. Bounced at the same exact level, and it gave you guys 2 opportunities right here. You've seen, it looks like we're about to have a MACD cross, RSI's curling up, same level bounced and held. Should have been an easy options play for you guys. Looking at it on the 1 hour, 47.92, things already back up to 54. If you have not seen Snapchat on the options chain, this thing moves in a hurry, all right? It wasn't even a great day, even on for the April 16th calls, had a strong day, but these things move hundreds of percent in just a matter of a couple days. If you would have got, you know, $50 calls at $48, even with an April 16th expiration, you would be significantly up right now. So I'm going to jump over the other ones really quick. The second one we went over was ticker symbol AMD. This is a company that we love long term. I know the future value of this company. You guys know that this thing has been sold off all over the world. Their technology is amazing. I don't think that Intel is going to be able to rival them in the long run. Maybe short term they'll have some news that could affect it, but right now, since this break, same thing with Snapchat, guys. Look at this support level, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It's bounced at the same exact region. Each time it rallied strong and pushed towards all-time high, if not at least halfway there, right? So on this last sell-off, we got a quick bounce, sold right back off, but right now it looks like it's wanting to push up again. I think AMD, bare minimum, can get to 86.98. If it can break this range, we can push up towards $94 or even higher. So watch for that range. If you guys ever see this stock down there near $71, $73, $74, it's a no doubt buy for me. All right, so jumping over real quick to ticker symbol CHPT. This is charge point. The biggest thing that we stressed with you guys was within this infrastructure bill, there was a big paragraph in regards to EV charging and 5G. All right, so we've seen ChargePoint come all the way to 1950. This thing came all the way to 1959. In the last video I showed you guys, it was 9 cents away from its previous bottom. We expected a big rally on this thing, and a rally we had. So we bought it at $20 and we swung it all the way to $30.89, and we still have it currently at $30.75. I think this one can go even higher, but $19, $20, $21 range, this is a no doubt buy for me. Now if I scale out on this a little bit, now here's the only thing that you're going to have to worry about is it does have some resistance right in this range. If we do get rejected at this level, you know, this could essentially sell off and come back to the support level. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, guys, because anything that we buy, we're going to put a stop loss on, and we're going to stop out up and just dip by it again the next time it goes down. So even if this ends up being its new channel and it trades just like this, you know, we're going to trade accordingly. We're going to give what is given to us, and we're going to take advantage of it. But really strong move for this. Hopefully you guys got this one. It moved $11 just within 4 days. And one of the other ones I showed you guys, I know this is a SPAC. This is why it did not move as much. But when the news is announced that they are going to officially merge with Volta Charging, and they have a date and a definitive agreement, this stock is going to move quickly. Anything near $10 for this stock for me is a no doubt buy. You can see the range it's trading in. It's already hit 1933. Now looking at this, 1018, most recently 1002. Anytime it comes down to this range, I'm absolutely buying these dips on this, even small dips like that. We'll see how it opens tomorrow. My price target for this is $15 minimum. I like the company, I like their niche, I like what they do. Hopefully you guys got in at $10 with me at the floor. I don't necessarily want to cover every play that we went over the last couple weeks, but hopefully you guys follow the channel and you can catch them real time as they're coming. But I made a big point about this one right here, guys. This is ticker symbol VEEV. This is a great company. Look into the company more yourself if you missed the video on it. Anything at these ranges down here at $240, absolute buy. Price target $300 bare minimum for this company. I'm just going to let you guys know that right now. I'm big on this company. It crushes earnings. It has a ton of upside and growth. If tech runs, this one's going to run really heavy. If you guys remember last year with AVGO, we got into it really early. I feel the exact same way about this company in regards to their upside. So I'm going to be looking again to add, if you guys have not. The floor is going to be about 244 right now. I don't even think it's going to go that low again, not anytime soon. 246, 247, maybe even all the way at $250. You could potentially buy this. It is near the end of its channel, the higher end of its range anyway. If this can push and break this channel, it's going to push up towards $300, okay? If we can break this right here, I think that this is going to get to this second level right here. So this is going to be the key. Will it get rejected and come back down in its channel, which it is, you know, trending up. Each low is higher, as you can see. So even if we have to slow roll this thing and it starts trading like this, each lows is going to continue to get higher. And at some point, this stock is going to break out, and you can rest assured. I'm very, very, very confident in this company. I have very high conviction in this company. So keep this one on watch. It's not a buy at these levels because you have a higher probability for this thing to get rejected right here. But if you do see it at these support levels down there, absolutely jump in on this one. All right, so as to some that I'm going to be watching this week, the first one on my list is going to be ticker symbol FCX. I play this one a lot. I played it all year long. If you guys have not played this stock, this one has a ton of open interest on its options, as you can see. You look at its options chain, and this is just for April 16th, all right? Look at its open interest, 13,000, 10,000, 24,000. The implied volatility is pretty low. So when this one makes moves, the options move quickly and heavily with it. And right now what I'm seeing is the end of a consolidation period. All right, you look at this is an ascending wedge. I do think it's going to break to the upside and push towards this 37.90. That's going to be my end price target. My first price target for this is going to be 35.60. And I know that doesn't seem significant for you guys that don't trade a lot of options. So look at this for the first price target. I'm going to keep this line right here. I think that this breaks to the upside and tests this first resistance level right here. If this stock were to just go to that first price target, that option would move bare minimum 100%. All right, the low IV and the high open interest makes a really tight spread on it, makes it very cheap. You can use it as a YOLO play and buy the April 16th, or you can simply buy equity in this thing, guys. Just know that everything about it looks pretty strong. You see it coiling up right now, very consolidated, looks really strong to continue on its pattern. Now, if it does get rejected at this first level, it doesn't really have far to go to find support again. I think it would bounce right off the same level. Maybe it continues to go to the upside like this. Maybe it's a little slower than a typical breakout, but the end result's going to be the same. If EV does go tomorrow and you see these alternative energy stocks going, copper likes to move quickly. As you guys know, copper is used for lithium ion batteries. It's used for so many different things to do with alternative energy. As this infrastructure plan comes into play, as you guys seen with steel and a lot of other things, this one will move quickly. So definitely keep FCX on your watch list. All right, guys, another one on the list is going to be ticker symbol CRM. This is Salesforce. I personally really like this company. We played it recently as a breakout play, break of 233.73, as you can see right here. When it ran all the way up to 284.50, I thought that it had pretty decent support at this level, and it did, but it did sell off, found its new support, and was testing this 233.73. It tested it here, and it broke this level right here. So I got in right at the break, ran it up towards 250. Since it lost this level, it found new support right at $200 to $205. So why is that level important? If you scale out, you can see that this was to the dollar previous resistance that it did break right before its big gap right here. So this whole area right here is really strong support, and if you just go straight across, guys, that support level is right at the previous resistance, like I show you with almost every single one of these. So as a swing trader, you're not going to want to start your position at 220. This is a potential breakout play for intraday short-term options plays. If you're a swing trader, guys, I would wait and see if you can get a rejection and come back towards that $200 range. Absolute no doubt buy for me at that range. I did have someone ask me to chart one for them, ticker symbol SQ. This is Square. As you guys all know, they run with Bitcoin and tech in general. This is a high growth stock and had a major rally last year. So just looking at this, I'll tell you what I see personally, and I don't mean to offend anyone that is long on this stock. Now, there are two scenarios, guys. It can potentially, with a strong rally right out the gate tomorrow, push up and break this downtrend right away. Maybe it holds this line, goes sideways from there, then up, all right? But to me, just being honest with you, it looks like it needs to consolidate a little more, right? Typically after these big rallies like that, it looks more like it's gonna go like this, right? It looks like it's gonna consolidate for some time and then push to break to the upside over here. I think it needs a little bit more consolidation before the run, but I will tell you this. If you're a swing trader and a dip buyer, it has really strong support right at this range right here. Just like the other three I just showed you guys, it just hasn't lost that level. So, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It hasn't lost those levels yet. You have to have confidence in yourself and in the charts and in the market sentiment, and know that this level is held every single time. Now, if you really want to minimize risk, you could essentially buy at that support level. If it does lose that major support, just set your stop loss right underneath it, guys. It's the worst that can happen, right? Set your stop loss right at the support. If it loses it, buy it at a lower level. Simple as that. If you got diamond hands, dip buy that thing at support and just average in lower as it comes down. That's what I would do on a lot of different stocks, but that's what I see in it. For the personnel that did ask about Square, looks like it needs to consolidate a little bit more for me. You're not seeing a huge rally in Bitcoin over the weekend, so I don't see a huge rally in this tomorrow. But that's not to say that it cannot break this downtrend tomorrow, right? That's just what I see. All right, so another one on the list is going to be ticker symbol INO. This is Inovio Pharmaceuticals. To me, this is going to be an easy play, guys. Look at this on the daily, and just scale out and just look at it. So its very first run, now this is the March 19th crash, okay? This thing already pushed up north of $20 off its very first COVID-19 vaccine news, right? It has strong support in this range. Broke this level, pushed up towards 17 to 20 twice, got rejected, then it had that huge rally all the way up to 33.79. Now, we were in this play even then. I recall the options cost about $150. We sold each one for over $1,200 a piece. Since all of these stocks at the same time, you could look at DVAX, you can look at any stock that's in this realm, they all sold off within this time frame, found its major support levels where it broke out at back here, and at every single time this thing gets to this level, bare minimum, it swings up towards $14, $15 at the end of its resistance, right? This time here, it found support again, rallied all the way up to $20, sold off, found support again. We're at support once again. So just like with all the other ones, guys, have confidence in your levels. Anything around $8.45 for this stock is an absolute buy for me. With options, I would get $12 calls. I would give yourself enough time to allow news to drop on it, and these options move quickly. They do have higher implied volatility, but this stock, I absolutely do believe it's going to rally again. So looking at bare minimum levels for me, okay, from this $8.30 to $8.45, $9 range could be your starter. It's going to swing to $14, right? Just the top of this resistance range. Still 10 to 14 is a really solid play, even if you were to just play that. However, if you do get a breakout and you get to go up towards this $20 range, now you're talking about 100% return just on the equity. If you have calls on that, they're going 500% or more all day long. If you get a major breakout with huge news, even more. So I'm going to jump over to tip ranks and show you guys the price targets for all the analysts on this company. So you can see the latest one from Oppenheimer analyst firm. His price target is $35, representing a 269.20% upside. All right, reiterated 17 days ago. And Jason McCarthy, $20 price target, 110.97 1 month ago. All right, this company had news recently. It's going to have more news to come in the future, and we're just going to have to go from there, guys. I'm definitely buying at support for this company with calls, longer term swings for me. I've crushed on this one every single time. Do not miss that one, all right? If you guys want to know how to set an alert for this, here's all you got to do. If you use Webull, come down here to the lower end of it, right click, create alert, all right, below $9 range or whatever you want to set it at, all right, hit news, and just save. Now, you can just continuously do this with a lot of different stocks, and whenever they reach those really strong support levels, it's going to alert you immediately. That way, you know, sometimes we're watching so many, you always have that one where you're like, man, you know, that one that just broke out and you missed it. You're not going to miss it if you get a habit of doing this. So do instill this habit into your trading style, and it will help you significantly in the future. Alright, so the last one on the list tonight, guys, is ticker symbol REGI. Now this is renewable energy. I'm going to show you guys the whole setup on this based off of its history. Alright, here's the wedge pattern, and here's the strong consolidation phase. Here's its break of the downtrend. Then it just basically stair-stepped all the way to $117. Alright, huge move for it. Over 100% equity move on there. Sold all the way off, bouncing at the same levels as it had as previous support. Now that is a major move to the upside and the downside. Now if we go on a smaller time frame and look at this, guys, I want to show you what I see. So here's that support from its past coming all the way across at $58.50, and 2 times it touched $59.32 range. So each time this pushes up, and this is key right here, it pushes up and it holds its move. It pushes up and it holds a new support, pushes up and it holds a new support, okay? Very important that you see that. Now, if you go back to the daily chart, it's very apparent that this looks like it's going to push towards this first level, all right? And that first level is going to be $72.26. So if you're an options trader, we could look for a good spread on this. If you're a swing trader, look for this to push and test that. If we do get a breakout of that, this one can go all the way up towards $85. If this breaks, it can go even higher than that. All right, this is the beginning of a move. It is the same type of move that I showed you guys on Boeing not long ago, and this one made a huge move since I went over this for you guys. So here was the initial break of the downtrend. I even showed you guys literally the sideways action that it was going to have, and that it would push and retest. And not only did it get to my $225 price target from 204, hit a high of 278.57, bounced off of its new support, and this thing may make another rally here soon. So I'm going to be watching for another move on Boeing. But at 205, not too many believers on that with me, guys, and I had that thing ready to roll for you. It's in the YouTubes as well. Just look back at 10 stocks to go 1,000%. That was for an options trade at $205, and it definitely went 1,000%. So I'm looking at the same thing for REGI right now. This is a very, very familiar move for me, guys. I think this one's going to do the same thing. I think at this resistance level, it's going to chop around sideways for just a little bit as it's consolidating, but I do think that this is the break of the downtrend, and I do think that this pushes to the upside. Bare minimum, I think this one's going to reach $85 from its current position. If we get a nice rally, renewable energies are running, this one could go 90 plus. So really solid swing trade potential. Keep an eye on this one. But all right, guys, thank you for joining. That is the end of the video. I'm going to make a penny stock video tomorrow for you guys. I've had a lot of requests on that. Please note that I am not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence on this research, guys. I trade full time. I love teaching. I love stocks. However, I can also be wrong, just like everyone else in the world, okay? Just try to give you guys the best possible probabilities, and I hope that these videos do help some of you guys in regards to how you see things. That is my overall goal for all of you. The content will continue to get better, and we will get better as traders as well. I learn something new every single day. So thank you guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I appreciate all of you for joining me.